Well, hello there. I go by Hooligan, and oh yeah, we about to do some Minecraft. And in the last episode, we started digging out an insane amount of chunks and building this Citadel. Now, we still have an insane amount to do on that. But before we get this episode started, what I want to do is finish up some projects. Well, not even projects, really. Just some things that we left undone in some areas that we visit quite often, like our nether portal here that leads to our nether hub on top of the nether roof. That's a lot of nether. And every time we come through here, it's just a stone hole, and it is getting really, really boring. I want something cool to look at when I fly through, as well as some other areas that we just really need to have spruced up so we have some aesthetics to look at when we're in the area. Now, as far as what we plan on doing in the rest of this episode, we have some farms to build. We have some pandas to go play with. Yep, I'm going to get me some animals in this episode. Not all of them, just some of them. Eventually, I will get all of them, though. We want to go fight a whole bunch of trial chambers, but we want to gear our doggy friends up and bring them along and see how they fare. They did pretty well last season. I didn't lose a single one, and we have plenty of armadillo scoot to do it. And then we need to go rock out this Citadel. I'm so excited to get to the bottom portion of it where the actual city's going to go. I got some big ideas for that. But right here's an example of we want something pretty to look at when we come into this area to access our nether hub. And well, I think it came out pretty cool. I freestyle everything, and as long as I'm not with it, I'm good. The next area we wanted to complete was next to our storage house, probably the area we are in the most, by far actually. And well, we needed ourselves a honey farm. We already have a wax farm on the other side of the Hamlet town, whatever you want to call it, and we needed a bit of honey. We don't need that much, so we didn't worry about like packing it crazy with bees. Whatever was in the hives, we just left it alone because we're not going to be using that much. We basically just want to use it for our couple farms and to be able to stick villagers in place where we want them. But other than that, we are going to decorate it up and fill all this in right here. This is the last little bit pretty much of our actual little town, besides the quarry, which we'll do later. Right now, I just wanted to finish this little bit up so we can move on to other things. And once again, I think it came out pretty cool. Now, right here, I don't know, I'm thinking this might be integrated into the quarry a little bit, but we'll deal with that later. And the last area we wanted to wrap up is our Castle Keep courtyard. And this is our access to our iron farm, to our map room, and our spider spawner. And there might be some other things put in here later, but right now we just want the courtyards finished. The main reason is I've almost been blown up by creepers like 3 times in here. And yeah, we needed to light this up. What is up, my dudes? Yeah, so I'm actually coming to you as Editor Hooligan right now at the end of this episode, or close to it. Our game plan changed big time, and the reason is, as I've mentioned before, I live in the Midwest, and we just got smacked in the face by a bunch of tornadoes. Unlike last time, it actually did a fair amount of damage to my city. However, I'm fine. Me and my peoples, we're fine. We got really lucky. Some people didn't, though. But now, that being said, the chaos and power outages set me back many real-life days. So instead of working on the Citadel, which we may do a little bit on, I'm not really sure yet, because we're about halfway through this episode. This episode's going to be about the resource grind, animal fun, and just goofing off and having fun. Yeah, I kind of need it anyways after the grind we went through on the last episode, so let me show you what I'm planning. Now, in the last one, we discovered a trial chamber really close to our Citadel. And, well, we also know there's one right here because we got some maps. I was going to preserve this one here. But you know what? I think I just want to annihilate it for every single block I could possibly get out of it. And hopefully all the collectibles too. That would be really cool. Other than that, I want to do some really cool little quaint builds up in our future. Well, it was going to be a Nordic kingdom, but we decided we're going with a druidic elven vibe, just all about nature. And I think it's going to come out really cool because I started thinking about it, and a Nordic kingdom, it really should be in a cold climate near water. So we'll figure out another place to put that. Other than that, I need to go get me some panda friends. Yes, and maybe a couple other mobs that we can set up for our future zoo. Anyways, I think it's about time we get to it. We got a lot to do. We have a lot of resources to grind, and, well, I hope you guys enjoy this one. It's going to be a little different. I'm going to be doing a lot of chores, but I'll make sure we do some fun stuff too. Let's get going. Kicking off our adventure, we need to add a new box to our shulker collection. This is going to be our potion box, and we're going to keep this thing full at almost all times, so we have anything for every occasion. Alright, I think I want to start this off with a nice fight, and we have plenty of armadillo scoot to gear our doggies up. Also, this is our house chicken, Dave. I don't know how this dude got in here or up here, but this is where he lives now. So, yeah, we have a house chicken. What is happening right here? That's very weird. Huh. Anyways, let's go breed up some pups. And we want to make sure we keep one of each not going into the chamber. That way we can breed up more later. Because, well, these guys, well, one of each of them, they're going to get names and they're going to go into the war council over in the Citadel when we finish that. So, let's make some puppies. Alright, I think we'll bring 4. That should do just fine. I'm going to go make some armor for these guys. What color armor should we give them? We went with green last time, and even though it's my favorite color, I don't think I want to do that. I think we'll try the cyan. I already got dye anyways. Alright, well, our doggy box is ready. We just got to wait for these guys to grow up. While they're doing that, let's go get our mission ready. All the gear and crap we need. And just so we're uniformed up right, we're going to go to the nether real quick and see if we can't get just a little bit of ancient debris to finish off our armor completely. It's going to look kind of weird if I'm wearing diamond with the other awesome stuff. Let's go do that really, really quick. And I'm not TNTing it. I'm just going to mine the crap out of it. Oh, this is so much nicer. Yeah, that feels better. And of course we have our new potion box. Oh, I'm going to keep this thing stocked all the time. We'll still need to get some water breathing in here though. And I think we're just going to try to mine right here. And super duper fast mining montage, go. It actually pays out pretty decent. We get what we need really, really quick. Alright, well, that went pretty quick. We got 9 ancient debris. We can fix up our chest plate and do one more tool. Probably our sword. I'm going to mark this location and probably clear this whole thing out later, just chunk by chunk. Right now, let's go hit up our ATM / gold farm real quick, repair everything up, and let's go get to fighting. We are so glad we took the time to build this farm early. Oh my gosh, it saves us so much of headaches. And we also adjusted our AFK spot. Oh yeah, changing our AFK spot definitely improved that farm. Let's get back to the stuffs. Alright, so after this, all we have is one hoe that has fortune on it to upgrade, and then we're done. Alright, let's gear you dudes up. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I think you guys need names. Yeah, let's fix that. All right, so we got Hunter, Ghost, Reaper, and Jax. All right, boys, let's go do this. And we're going to call this crew of misfits First Recon, codename Ravenclaw. Yeah, let's get to digging, because our chamber should be right about here. While we get our entrance set up, we leave our doggies up top. They're awesome, but they do like to fall off cliffs a lot, and I don't really want them dying before we even get to fighting. I don't want them to die at all, and I think they're going to survive. Alright, well, our hole is ready for us to fly down in there, and our dogs should follow. We'll probably just, fight the first little area down there and clear it out, just so we can set things up. But first, we gotta run back home just right over there, because we forgot something. I'll show you. We need this guy's Sharpness 5 book to put on our axe, because, well, we don't want to be using our sword in there, because we'll hit our dogs. Alright, now we're ready to fight. Alright, pups, let's do this. And I'm not worried about any mobs falling down in this hole. The fall should kill them if they try to drop down there. Alright, well, let's get our ladder set up all the way to the bottom. Let's get our chest piece on, and let's get this party a-rockin'. I think we're going to run through this in ominous mode real quick, fight all the stuffs, loot all the stuffs, and then we'll get to digging. Alright, we got everything we should need. Let's pop this bottle, and we'll just cap these off as we do them. That way we can mine in peace later. Alright, so our loot was not the greatest from this one. We still need the other armor trim. We did get a fair amount of the sherds, though. We are going to set up our beacon and get a whole bunch of these blocks. This is probably going to be our major tough and copper outpost, as well as we clear this out, we're going to set up auto farms for all these keys. That way, if we need to go to any other ones, we don't have to worry about looking for the keys. We'll just already have them. And there's also a lot of mobs and caves around here, because no matter where I am, I'm hearing zombies and skeletons, so I do have to be a little careful. All these chamber resources, plus any veins of tough block we expose while we're doing this, should solve our tough needs for quite a while. Well, I'd like to say it would solve it forever, but if I have 50 shulkers of tough, I'm always like, oh, I got enough to last forever. And then 2 projects later, it's all gone. It's all gone. Yeah, because when you're doing a big build, it goes so quick. It seems like you have so much, but you turn around and it's not there anymore. Yeah. All right, so our resource game's looking pretty dang good. We found another geode there, plus one of the special ominous vaults. We got a key from accidentally activating one of these. I don't really care about checking the loot just yet. Our pickaxes are broken. I need to go repair these real quick. We also found a couple pockets of diamonds. We're not really in too much of a hurry to get those, though. And right up there is some type of big cave, because zombies started falling down and attacking me, which means creepers can do the same thing. I'll have to deal with that later. But right now, what I want to do is I want to go repair our tools, and I want to finish off this little section. Won't take very long at all, because I want to set up an auto key farm right here. And then if it works out the way I want it to, we'll make a network throughout this whole thing later on. We're not digging this whole thing out right now. Where we connect rail systems to activate all the spawners, and the stuff will fall and die into stuff, and then we'll go back and we'll collect the keys. So I'm going to go repair these tools, get some lava from that lava lake that's pretty close to here, and then we're going to come back and delete this section, test this farm out. The puppies can stay here for right now. Yep, that's why I named it Do Not Try to Fly. Told you I'd do it. Ugh. Alright, let's see if we can't make a farm. Clearing out the last area, we start brainstorming how we want this farm to function. I wanted to do it myself without having to look up like an exact tutorial or anything. Now, we started just making lava lakes, thinking that they would fall into the lava. Now, they do. This does technically work, but it does not work very well. Truth be told, I originally thought that the spawning area for these was the same as a normal spawner, which would be a 9x9. It's not. It's a 5x5, which made making the farm much easier. And we end up just lighting up a bunch of netherrack to burn anything that spawns in there. Now, we end up using that lava in place of the netherrack in just a minute because it's much more efficient. This also allows us to auto-collect the stuff in the middle with hoppers. That came out pretty cool. As Captain Hindsight Editor Hooligan already said, nerd thinks he knows everything, we did replace all the netherrack with lava. It's much quieter and kills much quicker. Now, I think we're in cooldown, so I can't test this just yet, but I'll be back in just a second when it's reactivated. Alright, so we've been waiting for this thing to reset. We're not sure if it has yet, but we went ahead and just built a hopper system to collect it all into one barrel, so we don't have to keep checking them all. Let's go up here and see if it activates again. Yeah, I think it does. Alright, so what this means is, once we clear all these chambers out, which we're not doing that right now, no. And we set up a system of rails to just go through and activate each one, they should auto-spawn, kill, collect, and then we can activate our bottle, go through again, and get the ominous version. And we can do that every 30 minutes if we want to. Now, realistically, we'll just pop in here, do a quick run, then run off and do something else. You probably won't even see me do it. Maybe once or twice. I don't know. I'll probably show it off once I get it fully built. But right now, this design works. This design works really well, because I could give a crap less about the actual mob drops. We did a couple things off camera. We gathered a whole bunch of the wall tuff that we're going to need, and we whipped up 2 more spawners, and connected all of the spawners together, their loot drops, into one central chest right underneath our beacon. Now, I know I said I was done in here, but I want to do one more thing, because I'm having fun with this right now, before we move on to other stuff. Let me show you. Okay, so right here is a direct line to our hopper system. Right over here, 2 more spawners. Yep, that's the baby zombie spawners. Oh, they're annoying. Directly above it, 3 more spawners. I think that's all of them, actually. So it wouldn't take but a couple minutes, well, more like a half an hour to me, to just wipe out enough of this to access the rest of these and connect them through hoppers to our main system. I'm not getting all the resources right now, though. That I am not doing. I got other things to do. But I think I want to get these whipped up real quick. That way we have an entire key system ready to go. Then we'll move on. I promise. I promise. This guy is so full of crap, like he's not going to dig out the whole chamber. I mean, come on. You know the OCD is going to kick in. Anyways, what he says is going to take about 30 minutes actually takes about 5 to 6 more hours of work. Yeah, that's right. What you're seeing as a minute of footage, 1 minute of footage, takes about 6 hours of work. But you know what? I actually really enjoyed doing it. I've never really fully cleared out a chamber before, and we actually don't even fully clear this one out. Right in the entrance room where there really are no spawners, we left that alone, well, because our beacon didn't reach over there, we didn't feel like moving it, and there were no spawners. Like, I don't really have much of a use for that, and we get so many resources as it is. By the time we're done here, we should be good to go for a long time. Like, I don't think I'm going to need tougher copper for several thousands of days, but I say that, and who knows what really is going to happen. Oh my gosh. But anyways, when we're done here, we want to connect everything up through a rail system, and we're going to do that real quick and get a bunch of keys. Now, we end up with a whole lot of keys in just doing this, just actively activating them while we work, but we want to be able to do this automatically. But anyways, let's get to it. The entire chamber is dug out, except for that little section right there. We don't really care too much about that. We may dig it out later, who knows. But right now, I want to set up a rail system so we can activate these, every single one of these spawners in both regular and ominous mode. And we got plenty of resources to do it. Now, we may decorate this rail system and the rest of this cavern at some point and do something with it. I don't know yet. Right now, I just want to get it functional. But you know me, I like everything to be decorative, so at some point I'm probably going to. Now, a little note, this mob proofing is not perfect. There's a bug, or that's what I read it as anyways, that allows occasionally certain mobs to spawn out of their intended radius. And I've been working on trying to solve that, and well, it's not perfect. Every once in a while, a mob will spawn outside of the farm. I think it might be something to do with right here. I don't know, but that's what happens sometimes. But anyways, let's get to building this rail system, and then I want to test it out. Then I'm done. I really promise this time, but also don't believe me, but I will be done. And for the rail system, I think I'm just going to put some of the tough brick back. I don't know. Why not? I got lots of it now. Yeah, well, let's get to doing this. I added some extra mob proofing, and we got our rail system set up. I think it's reset now, so let's take a ride and see if it works. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, but I messed something up right here. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, both those. That one didn't activate. Oh, wait, you know what? I think those ones were still on an extra cooldown because I did them last. Oh, no, I think it works. And we ended up replacing all the levers with redstone torches. Why? Because the wind charges was turning off my rails. It was pretty annoying. All right, did we get any keys? 5 of them, nice. And with what we had from building this thing and digging it out, we've just been building spawners as we've been doing it. We have 22 ominous keys and 55 regular keys. Let's open every vault in this place. See if we can't get some of the loot. And we'll just throw a slab on top of each vault as we do them. That way we know they're done. Let's see what we get. We open up 16 vaults, but in order to speed this up so we can get on to other things, we're just going to show a few of them. Now, most of the stuff we get is absolute junk, but we do end up getting the other armor trim we needed. And we also get the banner pattern. Now, that just leaves us, if I'm correct, a disc that we can get from the regular vaults. We got the Guster banner, and we got the other armor trim. If we have the other pattern at home, we might have all the collectibles now out of a chamber. We gotta start bringing this crap home anyways. Let's go home and check real quick. As far as collectibles go for our future museum, we still need 1 more pattern, and we need 3 discs. They're going to be in ominous vaults, regular vaults, and in the pots. So we still have more to do there, but I'm not doing it now. I promised I would move on to other stuff, and well, it's time to do that. So let's move on for realsies this time. Jumping back on our chore grind, we need to start farming up a whole bunch of wood. Now, we didn't farm up the spruce right here because we're going to do that in a different location, and I'm actually really excited about it because that means I get to build something out of the area we clear out, and oh my gosh, am I excited for it. And then we go gather all the ever so precious spruce wood, by far best wood in the game. Best wood in the game. I really love this biome too. Oh, it's so beautiful. Just the natural landscape's just awesome. And it's just even better with it surrounded by snowy mountains. Anyways, we're going to get to building a nice little, what I'm going to call an Elven cottage. So this one, we're just going to rock out to a little bit of music, and I'll be back in literally 1 minute. Now, I think that's coming out pretty cool so far. And our whole vibe in here is completely about nature. Hobbit holes, elven houses, druidic buildings, druid worship centers like stone circles. And I think I want one big tree in the middle. Everything's about nature in here. Think if you took like Lord of the Rings and D&D and Alice in Wonderland and just smashed them all together. Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but I'm telling you, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's very, very heavy fantasy greenery vibes. Now, as far as the interior of this house, let me show you this. Oh yeah, you've never seen an interior like this. Oh my gosh, is this awesome? Nah, I joke, but I will do it. Just not just yet because this is going to be my home in the area. I'll have a little bit of storage in here, and this will be. This is where I will come to sleep if I'm in the area building. But for right now, we're done with this. But this sets up our canvas for our future in this area, and I am so excited to get to work on this. Honestly, honestly, if I'm probably more excited about this than the Citadel. However, the Citadel is going to be awesome too, but we still need more blocks. I know, I told you at the beginning, it's going to be one heck of a grind, but now we have no dark prismarine. We burnt it all up right there. What does that mean? It means I need to go poke some fishies in the face and raid some ocean monuments. I'll be setting a farm up for that eventually, but I'm not wasting the 10 hours or plus to drain a monument right now to do it. So let's continue this adventure. All right, well, we got our fishy poker, we got our chest plate, milk, more milk in here, night vision, and water breathing. We're not expecting too much resistance from these ocean monuments, and we're going to try to get through them really quick. Now, that being said, best case scenario, we come back with a whole bunch of dark prismarine and a whole bunch of sponges. Worst case scenario, we just get the prismarine, because there's no guarantee there's going to be sponges. Well, let's go get to fighting and see what we can come up with. Yeah, I really should take the time to do the farm. I'm going to have to do that really soon. Not in this one, though. And this time I mean it. That one should be the one we already did, I believe. That's probably the one we're going to make the farm out of. Let's go look for a different one. Oh, there's another one really close to the other one. I think this is the one we're going to do. Oh, did we do this one? I don't know. Let's find out. Nope, we did not do this one. All right, let's get set up. Oh, that's better. All right, let's get through this as quick as possible. Now, why is it every time this dude says everything's going to go perfectly fine or I don't foresee any problems, there's going to be some type of catastrophe every single time? But anyways, we poke all the big fishies and we drink our milk. It gets rid of all of our potion effects, so we drink some more potions. We're not too worried about the water breathing because we have golden apples or golden carrots and we have doors, so we don't really need to waste those right now. We go ahead and get some dark prismarine and some lanterns. Those are the two main things we're here for, plus the sponges, but that's not a guarantee. We do find one sponge room in this monument, so that's pretty cool. Alright, well, this one didn't go too bad. I mean, we got 3 stacks of dark prismarine and half a stack of sponges. It's not enough, though. It's definitely not enough. Let's go find another one. So we go to leave so we can head off for another monument, and we get attacked by 50,000 guardians. And I get trapped in a little corner, and you might be like, dude, you're in a corner. Why don't you just leave? Like, why are you there? Well, how about I show you what it looked like from my view when this happened? So here we go again, except without the hindsight. And there are so many lasers going off at the same time that I can see absolutely nothing. I have no idea where I am right now, and it is getting very, very, very not okay. We end up barely just getting out of there. Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. I accidentally switched off my golden apple. I did not mean to do that. Oh. Let's try this again, hopefully with less almost dying. That was scary. That was definitely scary. Alright, here we go again. Moving as fast as we can through these because, well, we're kind of running out of time. We take on the second monument. Now, this one right here, we actually get pretty lucky. It has 2 sponge rooms, and which you might think that's not that lucky, but sometimes they don't have any. So we're not complaining, like, at all in that situation. Alright, I think that's all we can get from this one. This one's actually been pretty successful. I'm going to try to get out of here without dying again. That escape was much easier. Well, it wasn't quite as much dark prismarine as we were looking for. However, our sea lantern game, well, that's pretty cool. And we got pretty lucky with the sponges. We found 3 sponge rooms. I'm ready to go home and dump this stuff off, but I did find a buried treasure map in a shipwreck right next to the ocean monument. Might as well go see if there's anything in it. Also, that coast trim that I believe you get from the shipwrecks has not been cooperating. I have looked in a lot of them. And our treasure should be right here. And it's kind of junk. It's kind of junk, but whatever. Let's grab this stuff and go home. Our resource grind is almost done, but we were already out and about and we needed some mud, because it'll fit our Druidic Empire vibe and our Dwarven Kingdom vibe, so might as well grab it. Well, that should do us on mud for a bit. Sorry, Mangrove Swamp. Yeah, I needed your stuff. I might fix you up later. And now it's time for the most important mission of our entire series. Oh, there's a bamboo jungle. Can we find our... Oh, I see a panda. I see a panda. Is it a cool panda? Please be lazy or playful. You're just a regular panda, aren't you? I'm not saying you're not cute, but yeah, you're a regular one. I might take you home. Do we have any more? There's another one. Hey, buddy, are you a regular panda too? You are. Huh. I mean, I could just have you breed with the other panda. Maybe we get a playful panda. It's an option. I see 2 more, though. Oh, that one's rolling. That's a playful panda. Oh, he's coming home. He is coming home. Hey, silly. Oh, you're so cute. Do you want to come home with me? Uh-huh. I'm going to make you a boat. Oh, tell me I brought leads. I did. Oh, for once I thought ahead. Can you not get in the boat? I'll make you a deal. You get in the boat. When we get home, I'll make you some cake. There you go, buddy. Yeah, well, you had a friend around here. What kind of panda was he? Oh, you're just a regular panda. Huh. Do I settle for you right now? It seems as though a regular panda and a playful panda is just going to have to do for now. Now I want to get you both in the same boat. Nice. We start getting our panda friends home, and we have plans for an awesome, awesome habitat for these guys later. But right now, we just want to get them home. And let me tell you right now, the best thing ever added, ever, to Minecraft was being able to attach leads to boats. Hands down, best addition ever. There's home, panda friends. I might put you over at the castle for right now. Alright, buddy, for right now, you hang out here and you guard this keep. I'll be back. Well, we got some panda friends stashed over at the castle keep. We've had a fair amount of adventures, got some decent loot throughout this whole episode, and, well, I've been having fun with it. Now it's time to actually do a little bit of work on the Citadel. Now, we only have 12 days left before I want to end this episode, roughly about 2 hours unless some thunderstorms mess some stuff up. Now, we are not going to be doing the actual keep area, the castle-ish area of this Citadel in this one. No. What I want to do is I want to finish on focusing on the walls and the bridges. That way our canvas is set up nicely for when we grind on the next episode. Because this will be the focus of the Citadel Part 2 in the next one. But right now, we're just going to get things set up, have a little bit of fun. Okay, so once again, we were way off. We don't spend 12 days on this. No, we spend more about 30. You know what? We were vibing with it. Now, admittedly, it took us a little while to really find our groove, but once we do, we really start having a lot of fun. Now, we want to finish off enough of this so we get an idea of what we want this upper section to be. So, I'm going to get to this. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, so we got our first upper housing section done. I really like this little, I don't know, I consider it like a dwarven apartment complex. It came out pretty cool, I thought. Now, this one here is big enough, and we have enough room behind it, that we are definitely going to make some type of farm in here. Maybe 2 farms. I'm not really sure yet. So this one will have interior. And that's just another apartment complex. And, of course, we started our first little bridge arch. Now, as far as what we want to do with the rest of this, on the other side there, we're going to have several more larger style houses for the upper area, probably to about this level. Don't know what I'm doing there yet. That might just be like a battlement stage. I don't know, or supply drop. We'll figure that out later. And one big grand arc right here. And then our temporary shulker platform. We're going to bring this as a steep staircase down to about right there. Loop it around, continuing to going down, which will give us easy access to our skeleton farm and our slime farm. And we were originally going to bring this section here around where the keep area is going to be, but we're not going to do that. It would land too close to that platform, and I'm not feeling that. What we're going to do instead is we're going to bring this second section down here, through like a little cave area right here with this arch, and bring it down along there. And it'll connect over to there at some point. And then as we get down to this section here, the section right above the bottom, this is where it's going to get very industrialized. There's going to be several farms in here and all kinds of other whatnot. I'm not sure if we're doing housing here or just like super industrial buildings. We'll figure that out later. And then as we hit the bottom, of course, right there's our entrance to our trial chamber. We're going to make a grand little entrance to that. And we're going to just taper this off really smoothly. And this is where the big, we'll say peasant area of the build's going to be. Lots and lots of smaller houses, little weird farms. There might be like a little normal farm down here, like wheat and whatnot. But like I don't know, maybe we use some of the nether plants, make it look like they're growing some weird crops down here. I thought that'd be kind of cool, we'll feel it as we go. As well as some custom rivers, maybe even some lava rivers. That would make sense. That would take a lot of lava, but I'm willing to do it. And of course, there's going to be some farms down here. We want to dig that geode completely out and like make it either suspended from the roof or held up with a pillar, like it's being utilized as well. And over here is a little area that we're definitely going to make like a little micro glow squid farm. They just been spawning down there like crazy, so I don't think they really have any other competition. And if they do, I'll take care of it later. I don't know. And of course, we still have to do the keep, and that's going to be a pretty grand structure right there. But our city's starting to look alive, like it's starting to come alive, and that's what I'm really vibing with. But as far as this episode, we are out of time. I have to go sort some of these shulkers and get our resource game just organized. We pretty much have all the blocks we need to really grind this thing out. But for right now, I'm out of time. I'm tired. I gotta get ready for this next episode. And, well, I hope you all enjoyed this. This one was a little bit different than my previous episodes, but I had fun. I hope you guys did too. I hope you all have an amazing day, and thank you all so much for watching. Later, dudes.